Hello, Dragon Age fans. Your very tired streamers here with another EA rant. Actually, correction. This isn't about EA this time. This is about the fandom. I love Dragon Age with my whole heart and soul. You know, most of my brand at this point is playing Dragon Age. But the fandom can be so fucking exhausting. So, the other day on Blue Sky, this is why we have Blue Sky up, using that rarely used screen share scene on the OBS. Hence also the different background than my other YouTube videos. I need an OBS for this one. Um, People apparently were coming at John Epler on Blue Sky, and I'm just like, why? Let this man take a nap. Seriously. Um, so we're just going to go over this a little bit, and I'm going to say some stuff and that'll be that. I don't like getting into the drama and the discourse, but I lost my mind last night. I was scrolling on my phone next to my partner, and I literally just said on my phone, "Are you fucking kidding me?" While we were watching TV, he's like, "Wait, what?" Then I had to explain. Like, I read the post to him, and he didn't understand what was happening. I'm like, I think people don't like how they handled Solas in the game. I think that's all it is. Um, so yeah, this this person said some shit. Uh, you destroyed something beautiful that millions of people cared about. I'm not even going to read the whole thing. I'm just going to stop there. You can read it on your screen if you want. We'll just sit here for a minute. Um, just some weird ass takes about Solas that I went, did you play the same game as me, sir? Oh, lordy beans. Um, like, touch some grass. Go outside. Read a book. I don't know. Do something. Get away from the computer, though. You need to reset your brain, my friend. Um, but John said, I chose to spend a decade of my life getting the game out there because it mattered to me that we finished telling the story we started in DAI. The idea that I hate Solas and chose to sabotage him is brain rot to a level I cannot imagine. I will be dealing with the burnout I developed for years. Um, And I just want to say once again that the team did some incredibly Herculean shit to get this game done. They deserve all the kudos and credit in the world. I've never seen people work so hard or care so much. Grateful to know them all. To which I shared this on Blue Sky, if you follow me on Blue Sky, and said that the devs deserve a vacation and a raise, not the shit they actually got. So let's get into it. I think how they handled Solas was fantastic. They had a truly impossible task of trying to please two sets of fans. The fans that romanced him, idolized him, worshipped him, wanted to see the end of the romance with the Inquisitor, wanted to see a good ending for him, while at the same time having to please fans who felt the complete opposite. Who hated him, who wanted to take him down, who wanted to see him end once and for all. How do you do that? How do you have two completely different viewpoints and please everyone? It's almost impossible. And yet, I think they did a fantastic job. This is where I'm going to say there's no way to do this video and not do spoilers for the end of Veilguard. So you have seen me do like 2/3 of this video is probably done at this point. You're good. You've gotten the gist. Go finish a fun, fucking fantastic game and then come back and we'll talk about it in the comments. How the game ends. First of all, over the course of the game, I changed my opinion about Solas about 3 times. My Inquisitor said that he wanted to try to basically save his friend from himself. And I went in trying to remember, Rook doesn't know this dude as anything other than the villain of the story. But at the same time, Varric still sees him as a friend and wants to save him. So there's this like I'm not sure how to handle this thing going on with Rook. And I tried to keep that in mind in their conversations with Solas throughout the game. But at the same time, I knew in the back of my head, they asked us about the End of Trespasser. It probably comes up. The Inquisitor's in the game. It probably comes up. I do kind of want to set up a situation where that is more likely to happen. But also, Rook doesn't know half the shit the Inquisitor knows. 2/3, 3/4, most of it. And the fact that I think there's essentially like 4 endings to the game. There's 2. If you're taking it as the good ending is Solas like seeing the error of his ways and working to fix the thing he broke. There's 2 versions of that what I'm calling the good ending. And then there's 2 versions where you decide you have to stop him. You have to force him to do the thing you need him to do. And the good version, the differences are basically like whether or not your Inquisitor romanced him, and if you have that essence of Mythal. And then there's 2 versions of the other ending where one's like tricking him into doing the thing and one's straight up fighting him. I think I haven't seen all of the endings yet, and I've kind of sort of read them, but not entirely because I mostly was just looking at a page about the endings to figure out how to get the secret ending. But I didn't want to fully spoil the end of the game for me. Because eventually I'm going to try all the things and see all the things, or I'll watch streams of it and see, for example, the tricking him ending. I watched someone stream. It was actually very cool. If you're objectively, like, if you don't have this strong attachment to saving Solas or caring or like befriending him or romancing him or whatever, like, it was a very cool, you tricked the god of lies. That's fucking badass. Um, but yeah, the fact that you have such polar opposite endings and they all are good. They all feel satisfying if that's the ending you were gunning for. I cannot imagine working on a game and trying to make that work. You'd think at least one of the endings would feel kind of shit or meh compared to the other ones. You'd think that, oh, they clearly leaned in a direction because this is the canon way or whatever. But no, it all feels really balanced and good, and he feels like a well-rounded character that you could have debates about for fucking ever. My partner absolutely despises Solas, thinks he's a complete ass. And I'm not in camp, I romanced him, I'm in love with him, but I am in camp, I feel like everyone has the ability to be redeemed to an extent, and he's not as pure evil as, say, like Corypheus was, or Meredith was. I'm not going to get into origins because I do think that, like, obviously the Archdemon, clearly the biggest bad, but like Loghain is very complicated if you read the books, so it's harder to talk about Loghain than it is other villains. But like, definitely, like, for the most part, like, the villains in the series are very like black and white. Like, no, that's a bad guy. And I know Solas isn't the main big bad in Veilguard, but he is the initial threat you're trying to take out. And the fact that in the end you can decide to work with him and it feels natural, amazing. I think the devs deserved so much better than they got for pulling off that, like he said, Herculean task. And instead they got fired. I hope their severance packages were at least somewhat decent, but I doubt it because EA sucks. Hashtag EA sucks. But yeah, I think that's it. I think that's all I mean, I could talk in the comments about Solas for fucking ever. Like, feel free. leave your thoughts. Be respectful, please. I know some Solas fans get a little heated, but I don't want to continue the drama. I just want to talk. I just want to talk. Also, as always, you can follow me on Twitch. I'll put the link in the doobly doo. I talk Dragon Age all the time on stream. So come on by, have a nice little friendly chat. I cannot stress enough, friendly chat. We're being respectful here in this space. And tell your local dev you love them. Have a great rest of your day. Keep Dragon Age in your heart forever. Dragon Age is ours now. And we should treat it well as the creators that gave us this beautiful gift. All right, yeah, that's all for me.